First, we would like to pay homage to the lineage gurus, to the Venerable Mang Liaoming, to Master Sakya Zhengkong, to the 16 Dharma King Karmapa, and Master Dubdan Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar, and homage to the founder of Tantric Buddhism, Vairocana Buddha. And homage to Vairocana Buddha. Homage to Vairocana Buddha. Simu, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, temple directors, all fellow disciples present here and over the internet, and our guest of honors today. From the Executive Yuan, the North Coordination Council of North American Affairs, the Secretary General Daniel Liao, and Lady Dharma Sister Judy. And from the Taiwan government, the Chief Secretary Mr. Zheng Peifu and Mrs. Zheng. From Academia Sinica, the academician Professor Zhu Siyi and Mrs. Zhu. From the Kaohsiung City, the councillors Xu Huiyi. The former Government Information Officer Chief, now candidate for Taoyuan Mayor, Mr. Zheng Wenchan. Attorney to the True Buddha Foundation, Mr. Zhou Zhongshan. Zhongshan Medical University's affiliated plastic surgeon department, the head, Dr. Zheng, Special Professor Wang Jingxian, Professor Wang Li, Professor Hong Xinyi, Professor Lin Xiuju, Professor Cai Guoyu, Professor Gu Haoxiang, Professor Ye Shuwen, Dr. Liu Jiangcheng, Dr. Liang Caofan, and Medical Dr. Lin Jun'an. The new president of the Taiwan Lotus Light Charitable Society, Mr. Li Chunyao. The legislator Cai Ji-chang's representative, Ms. Chen. From the DPP party of Tainan City, the head Cai Wangquan's representative. Mr. and Mrs. Zhu Jingsui. From Guam PIC Holiday Services, Ms. Zheng Yi. From Indonesian Staten Culture Publishing Company's President, Ms. Zheng Yaoquan and Mrs. Zheng. And a professional photographer from England, Dharma Brother Tony. Dharma sister, no, Dharma Brother Tony. From CTI TV Taiwan, producers for the 给你点上新灯 Miss Rebecca Shiyachi. Producers for the TV programs Platform Sutra and Development Stages of Tantayana and Hevajra Exposition, Master Lian Yue and the host Dharma Sister Peijun. Everyone, good afternoon. How do you do? In Cantonese, in Mandarin, Indonesian, in Malay, in Korean, in Thai, Japanese, English, Spanish, these few days we just came back from Guam. We were there for a few days, and in Guam everything went really well. And we went there primarily because in a park, one of the parks in Guam, we set up the Ushina Vijaya Stupa, pagoda or monument, and I had to go there to consecrate the stupa by the request of the Complete Enlightenment Temple of Guam. I also preside over a Homa fire offering ceremony. I had several work there. They had the press conference, and second, in Guam, we met the governor of Guam, and third, in Guam, we consecrate the Ushina Vijaya Stupa and also preside over the Green Tara Homa fire offering ceremony and confer the Green Tara empowerments. And we also went to the governor's house, government house, to attend a banquet there, benefits banquet, and lastly a tour. And in Guam, this little person I received 3 awards there. One was given by the Congress of United States, and it's a special recognition for the service and invaluable contribution to the people of Guam. And that was given by the United States Congress. So you could say that it is an award or recognition due to the service to to the American people in Guam. The first award came from Washington, D.C. and was given by the Congresswoman. And the second award was given by the legislator, and it is a legislative resolution. It is the award of the highest achievement award. And the third award was given by the governor, and it is an honorable citizen award. So after we came back to Taiwan, when we just got off the plane, the Secretary General Zheng Peifu asked me, so receiving the honorary citizen award from Guam, what would be the concrete benefits of that? I couldn't think of anything. What benefits would there be? But then I thought, maybe then afterwards, whenever I go to Guam, I would be able to receive free massages. And I noticed that Guam has made a lot of progress, and it's quite different from the past. Master Lien Yin would know. Master Lien Yin, how many years ago were you in Guam? 22 years ago he lived in Guam. And he noticed that Guam has changed a lot. I often mention about the Sakura Street of Guam, and it does exist. And they ask, where is it? A lot of people ask me, like Master Hui Jun was the one that is most curious of the Sakura Street. Where is it? Where is it? And I said, it's really a good thing to see. Our hotel was the PIC, Pacific Island Club, led by Miss Zheng Yu. So at the entrance of the hotel, it's there. It was called Dream Girls, and it means dream girls, the girls of your dream. And any place with the bunnies, that means playboy. So the bunnies means playboy. There's a movie that's called The Hungry Rabbit Jumps. You're the one that took me to see the movie, and you said no. There was a movie. Inside your head, they're just all worms. That's why you forgot about the movie. It's very simple. Or when there is a Chinese character of love, a huge character of love, I. Oh, and then underneath it there's a little writing that said topless. Do you know that? No? Let me show it to you. I can perform for you. So there are lots of shops along the street that have that. Actually, I didn't know that before. For me, he was the one, the public relation director of Taiwan Lei Tsang Temple. He also used to live in Guam. And one night he asked me, "Do you want to go?" And I said, with my shaved head and this lama outfit, how could it be possible? That's nonsense. I don't have a wig or ordinary clothes. There's no use to ask. I brought one thing. It's my swimming trunk. And the goggle and the swimming cap, because you have to wear that when you swim. The goggle and the swimming trunk. But when I got there, I had no time to swim. I had no time at all. I was so busy. Every night, I didn't sleep until 2 a.m., 1 or 2 a.m. And there's some people that slept even later. So it was really tiresome, all of us. And the schedule was very tight, and also with the flights. But we also saw the progress and the peace in Guam. You know, Guam in the past had a lot of disasters. During the World War II, lots of people died, including Saipan Island that's nearby. So when Grandmaster was there, every night Grandmaster would perform Bardo deliverance. And Bardo deliver the deceased soldiers and prayed for them. So that's the brief report from our trip to Guam. And would like to offer my gratitude to the governor, to the speaker, and also the congresswoman who presented the Congressional Special Recognition Certificate to myself, the certificate of the Congressional Special Recognition. And the travel agency also did a good job, although it was very busy. And all the media in Guam, including the televisions and newspapers, had reports of, at length, of a long time, a long period of time of reportings of Grandmaster. So True Buddha School in Guam has developed roots and will flourish in the future. And at the Complete Enlightenment Temple there, we also had consecration, Dharma teaching, and empowerments. Would also like to thank Reverend Lien Tao of the Complete Enlightenment Temple in Guam. I didn't know, so I pronounced it as Lien Tao, which meaning upside down. Actually, Tao meaning arriving. Lien Tao, Reverend Lien Tao. So we also met the elder sister of Reverend Lien Tao, and during the banquet she told me that she was terminally ill before and was sent to the hospital, and her soul had left her body, was caught to the hell of icy cold, and there are icy swords and arrows, and she fell to that hell, and she lost all her hopes. And all of a sudden, she thought of Lian Tao, the mantra that Lian Tao often recites. So she recited Om Guru Lian Sang Siddhi Hom. And all of a sudden, Padma Kumara descended from the sky and descended to the hell of icy cold, and extended his arm and brought her out of hell. When she woke up, she was on the beach, and the family of Reverend Lian Tao did not have any faith before or any religious beliefs. So when she recovered from her sick bed, she shared her experience that she was saved from the hell of icy cold by Padma Kumara. So anyone who heard this story, please raise your hands. So this incident happened on Guam. At that time, I had only been once to Guam, and this time is the second time to Guam. So in Guam, there are lots of miraculous experiences that occurred on Guam, and we had saved the elder sister of Reverend Lian Tao. So his elder brother did not believe in this before, but afterwards he donated a place like a storefront for spiritual cultivation as a temple. So that was really amazing. This morning I wrote an article because last evening the Dharma lecturers Lien Lai from the Jinqi Lei Tsang temple in Taichung area, he told me one thing, that many years ago he read Grandmaster's book and trying to find Grandmaster all over Taiwan, and he did find the Li Xing Road on 337 lane number 7. Actually is Jinghua Road, is my old place of residence, and he didn't find me because I had left for United States. So the Venerable Lien Lai wrote a letter and requested for a remote refuge initiation. And after he finished his letter, that evening in his sleep, before the letter was even sent out, that evening, that night, he saw Golden Mother and Grandmaster Lu came to visit him. And blessed and empower the Venerable Lien Lai. And after practicing for 1 year, he went to the Mahadapa Lotus Pond. So this is the experience recounted by the Venerable Lien Lai himself, correct? Yes. So think about it. The refuge letter had been written but has not been sent out. That evening, Golden Mother and Grandmaster Lu already entered into his dream. So, in reality, he saw Golden Mother and the Dharma body of Grandmaster Lu visiting him. So, don't undermine this. So, the ceremony today was attended by lots of people, many participants, and many primary supplicants. And moreover, there are also lots of registrants, lots of people signing books, and lots of people asking for consultations, and there's a lot of things to take care of. That's why the time is too short. So please forgive us. But as long as you have a wish that you make, Vairocana Buddha, the great son Tathagata, and all the deities would know the wish of your heart. So think about it, just a letter, and it has not been sent out. It's been written and placed on the table, and that night, in his sleep, we already came to bless and empower him. So with one thought, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas would know. With the thought generated, and you prayed the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and you would receive the response. You don't need to wait for the reply of the letter, because there are too many letters that send to United States. Frankly speaking, when you send a letter to Seattle, like a box after boxes after boxes, and the speed of the replies, there were 30 letters a day or dozens of letters, but the letters came in boxes. So if you wait until you receive the reply of the letter, it may take a long time. But sometimes you ask that you will pass your exam. When we get the letter, when they receive the reply that they have passed the exam, the exam is passed. However, when they send the letter to pray for this blessing, that night Grandmaster already wrote on that letter and showed it to him in the dream that already blessed and you will pass the exam. And they have seen that the exam would pass and has been blessed. They saw that. Like Master Lian Xing, talking about spiritual responses, like Master Lian Xing, which is Master Liu Wenqin, Master Lian Xing from Taiwan, the elderly master. And as we know, his intestines were collapsing and kind of stick together. And he was sent to the hospital. So that night in my sleep, the wife, Mrs. Liu, has been deceased, but she came to visit me, and she was wearing a Japanese kimono, beautiful outfit, Japanese outfit, not like when she was alive. You can't say that she's beautiful. But she changed to look like the look of a Japanese goddess, very beautiful. And she came by and shook my shoulder and shocked me. And I took a look, and it turned out to be Mrs. Liu. What happened? Oh, please save Master Lian Xin. Please draw Fu. And I said, what happened to him? And she pointed to a certain place. So in the middle of the night, I draw the talisman, the Fu, and place it there. Otherwise, she didn't let me sleep. You know, because her character stayed. She's very impatient and very impatient. So it's the same as when she was alive. So I draw three pieces of Fu, or the talisman, and ask them to be sent with the Federal Express, with the quick delivery, with three pieces of Fu, and send them out. They actually wrote a letter, and the letter still on top of Pacific Ocean, but the reply of this letter, the Fu, is also on the Pacific Ocean. So before we even received the requesting letter, they already received the Fu. And when they received the letter containing the Fu, they took it to Rongzhong Hospital and have Master Lian Xin take the Fu, and immediately he recovered. So isn't that interesting? But no, not so in the spirit world. That's very normal. So with the movement, with a thought or an action, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas would know. So today we were really busy. Sorry about that, but if you think or if you say what your problems and you pray to Vairocana Buddha to bless and grant your request. Now let's pray to Vairocana Buddha that today at the fire offering ceremony, please help all disciples so that all their prayers and wishes be granted. Amen. Actually, the Vairocana Buddha symbolized three things. One is the universal radiance. Vairocana means the universal radiance. And second is the universal wisdom. Beja means wisdom, Vajra. Om Beja Tatu Fan. One is the mantra for the Vajradhatu Mandala, and La Hom Gan. And the La Hom Gan is the mantra for the Dharma Dhatu mandala, and together you can combine them. And the third is the universal destruction of all afflictions. What it means is that because of the radiance, the great radiance of Vairocana is illuminated upon you, all afflictions were destroyed. And this is the wisdom mudra. The wisdom fist mudra. The left hand with the index finger erect, and the right hand is holding with the fist the index finger of the left hand. This is the wisdom fist mudra, the primary mudra of Vairocana. And Vairocana Buddha would radiating great light all over his body. And he is wearing a white celestial outfit or garment and wearing a crown that's really beautiful. So with his appearance or look, his mantra that I recited just now, and this would comprise the Vairocana chanting practice procedure. For Grandmaster's lineage in the Dharma realm, above Grandmaster Lu would be Padma Kumara, the lotus youth. And above Padma Kumara, that would be Buddha Lokana. And above Buddha Lokana, that would be Vairocana Buddha, the great son Tathagata. So this is the lineage in the Dharma realm of Grandmaster Lu. Vairocana Buddha, Buddha Lokana, Padma Kumara, and living Buddha Lien Sheng. That's the lineage. Because Vairocana Buddha manifested as Buddha Lokana, and the two eyes of Buddha Lokana are the Mahadabha lotus ponds. And Padma Kumara came, manifested, emanated from the two eyes of Buddha Lokana. And when Padma Kumara descended upon the Saha world, there are many Padma Kumaras. And Grandmaster Lu is one of them. There are many Padma Kumaras. This is the primary lineage that came from Vairocana Buddha. And in the past, Grandmaster had talked about widely about Vairocana. Vairocana Buddha of the Dharma Dhatu, Vairocana Buddha of the Vajra Dhatu. And the Vajra Dhatu is the realm of the fruit or the effect. And the Dharma Dhatu is the realm of the cause and effect. So the differences between these two mandalas is one is cause and the other one is the effect. Sakyamuni Buddha, the Dharmakaya of Sakyamuni Buddha is also Vairocana Buddha, and the reward body, the light body, is also Buddha Lokana, and the physical body, Nirmanakaya, is Sakyamuni Buddha. So Sakyamuni Buddha also has three bodies. Vairocana Buddha is the Dharmakaya, reaching all Dharma realms. And the Sambhogakaya is in the Mahasvara heaven, which is in the all-conquering palace. And the Nirmanakayas, the physical bodies, are in the Saha world, salvaging sentient beings. Sakyamuni Buddha. So Buddhas are very interesting. They all has this character Lu. See, Lu. So we are connected. There's this Lu. In Chinese, Vairukana is Bi Lu Zena. There's that Lu character. And Lokana in Chinese is called Lu Sena. There's also Lu. And then the physical body, Lu Seng Yen, that's also this character Lu. What a coincidence that they all has this Lu character. See, this is how you write the Chinese character. Up, and this is like a hand, and 7, the fields, that's the intestine, the 7 is the heart, and it's like the lotus seed. So like a person on top of a lotus seed. So that's Lu. So all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas have the family name Lu. What can I say, right? So Bi Lu Zena, and then Lu Zena, and then Lu Seng Yen. Isn't that interesting? What can I say? His greatness is that his radiance is illuminating everywhere to all Dharma realms, and his wisdom is the complete wisdom of all Dharma realms, is the perfect wisdom, and is an omnipresent wisdom. And his radiance can break apart, break down all the afflictions. So the radiance and the wisdom can destroy all afflictions. That in the world, there are afflictions, everyone would experience afflictions. Now I'd like to ask you, anyone that does not have any worries, troubles, afflictions, please raise your hands. Nobody raised his or her hand. There should be. There are 3 kinds of people that don't have any worries or afflictions. People that have died, people that have not been born, and or they are retarded. They don't know what afflictions are about because they are born that way. So these 3 kinds of people don't have any afflictions. And one more is Lu Seng Yen or Seng Yen Lu. Because I'm most retarded and I'm most dumb, I'm most foolish. When I say Selamat Petang, it sounds like, are you dead, fool? Why are you not dead yet? Because the time of death is not here yet. That's why I'm still a fool. That's just kidding, just for fun. What is this about? This is Simu, the Xiangxiang leader, the leader of the dance group of True Buddha School, had made these t-shirts See, the Padma Kumara is playing Kung Fu here because 70 only happens once in a lifetime. So the Padma Kumara can still do Kung Fu at 70 years old. There's a white one and a red one. So when you buy this, the proceeds for the sales would be donated to build the road to the Golden Mother Shrine behind the main hall here. So this was so this would be organized or held by the leader Xiang Xiang or Master Lian O or Master Lian Ze. This is to help the road construction to the Golden Mother Shrine. And the money was taken out, was being donated by the members of the Tubular School Dance Group. And they wanted to donate this to build the road. And when they performed the dance on May 18th, they would also wear this. Thank you. What time is it now? And also from Tartan culture, May 16, Friday, that would be the new book signing and also banquet for the requesting Grandmaster to stay in the Saha world. Please, Grandmaster and Sumu, help to announce this event. And you can purchase the tickets from Tartan culture, Dharma Sister Uzumi. That's what she wrote. So you can, we welcome your participation and register yourself for the May 16 Friday event. And these t-shirts are available at the gift shop. So with this news, it's 5:51 now. It's almost time for dinner. Let me share a few jokes. A couple of lovers are traveling on a train and passing through a tunnel. The man said, "If I knew that the tunnel was very long, I would have with you." And the girl said, "No, that wasn't you earlier." So sometimes lots of things happened in Guam. Lots of ladies took advantage of me by the dignitary there, and I didn't say anything because Am I being taken advantage of, or do I take advantage of others? I don't know. A asks B, so your speaking parrot is still alive? Don't talk about it. He's dead after a week. And A asks, did he die of sickness? No. Because he was competing to talk with my wife, and he lost all his energy and died. So the speaker of the legislature in Guam is a lady, so a lady speaker, and she speaks quite a lot. And also the Madam Zhou of Guam, Alice Zhou of Guam. When she has microphone in her hand, she would keep at it. I'm scared of her. So, are the men more incredible than the woman? The woman. See, even Vairocana Buddha is afraid of Buddha Lokana. Or intimidated by Buddha Lokana. So, in the world, is there anything that's true? Like the true Buddha school? So someone is buying a cigarette that costs $90 and give 100, and the shopkeeper give a change of 20, and this laborer immediately turned around and laughed, and the shopkeeper said, "Oh, you forgot your cigarette," and the laborer felt touched and said, "Oh, you give me too much change, $10 more." And the shopkeeper was touched too. And so let me exchange your pack of cigarettes for the real ones. So when the laborer took a smoke of this authentic cigarette, he was really moved, and he took a real $100 bill and gave it to the shopkeeper and said, "Let me change this for that counterfeit one." There are a lot of fake or counterfeit things on earth, but only true Buddha school is authentic. Last night, Dong Peng Guo was talking about the true of the true Buddha school. Now let me answer you. What is this true? That Grandmaster Lu always speak truthfully. It's written here. Or the holiday, New Year holiday. What other long holiday do we have in Taiwan? So how do you spend your New Year's holiday? This is from mainland China. You go to Hong Kong and you're not so tired. You're going to Macau and it is hard to fight your temptation. You go to Hainan and you spend money, and you go to Tibet and you miss oxygen. This is also a place of Chinese that rhymes. And in Hong Kong, in Beijing, there's traffic jam, and in Hong Kong, there are too many people. And when you go to the tourist spots, the tickets are too expensive, and you're climbing mountains, you're too tired. And you go to the beach, and you get burned. Doesn't matter where you go, you want to cry, but no tears. It's best to stay at home and to take a rest. So that's long holiday. Maybe it would be best if we just do a few of tantric practices. That would be true. The woman asked the man, "Do you smoke?" And the man said, "Yes." And the woman asked, "How many packs a day?" And the man said, 3. And the woman asked, "How much is it a pack?" And the woman, "It's 2 pounds." "And how long have you smoked?" And the man replied, 15 years. And the man asked, "So every year you smoke, you spend 2,190 English pounds." And then the woman said, without inflation, that the past 15 years you have spent 32,850 pounds. So if you don't smoke and you place this money in the high interest savings, now you would have been able to buy a Ferrari. And the man asked the woman, "Do you smoke?" And she said no. And then he asked, "Then where is your Ferrari?" So let me tell you that the Dharma of True Buddha School, if you practice it every day, and don't worry how many sessions you have done, because it's just like grass. It grows every day, continuously. It grows continuously, but you don't see it grow. But in reality, it does grow. Don't waste our lives. Don't waste our time. Make the best use of your time to do your practice, to practice. Smoking is a waste of time. Drinking is a waste of time. Singing is a waste of time. But sometimes you sing to lift your good mood. That's fine. There are a lot of nonsensical things or sensical words that you do or say, and it is best not to do them. It's best that you recite more Buddha's name. And if you do so, one day you would gain fortune. You would reap the results. The couplets, the upper couplets said, ha 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 ha, and the lower couplet is he 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 he. And the title would be crazy. So don't talk about those nonsense things, otherwise people would call you mad or crazy. The patient asked the doctor, "Doctor, you left the Caesar inside my stomach." And the doctor said, "Don't worry, I have a lot more." There's something wrong there. A lot of things have some reasons, some reasonings, but there are also things that's unreasonable. So it is unreasonable. Even the unreasonable one is also reason. So, like the transcendental power is unreasonable. It cannot be explained with reasons. Today, Grandmaster talked about spiritual responses. Some of them cannot be explained with reasons. But if you go deep into it and you have wisdom, that in these unreasonable transcendental powers, there are still reasons of the spiritual aspect. So amidst the unreasonables, there are reasons, and amidst the reasons, there are also the unreasonables. So this is a kind of philosophy. So in speech, we want to say words that's helping others, saving others, kind words. And if you do gain in the spiritual cultivation, then you would be able to propagate the Buddha Dharma. So we are truly grateful to His Holiness for this precious Buddha Dharma teaching. We have several announcements. Next Saturday at 3 p.m., His Holiness will preside over the Amitayus Buddha Homa fire offering ceremony. And on Sunday, May 18th at 6 p.m., organized by the Tribuddha Tantrayana Vajrayana Association of Taiwan, there would be a Grandmaster's birthday celebration. And May 16th, there would be the book signing event. And the True Buddha Weide College is now open for admission. If you're interested to study there, you can find more information on the websites or at the office. The temple is also building roads to the temple, so if you would like to contribute or participate in it, please feel free to find the people of the temple. On August 23rd, Saturday at 2 p.m. at the Madden Bauer Center in Seattle, there will be the annual Autumn Bardo Deliverance Ceremony. It would be conducted by His Holiness. And in Taiwan, at the Lu-Taiwan Lei Tsang Temple, from August 4th to August 9th, there would be the Emperor Liang's repentance ceremony. at the Taiwan Lei Tsang Temple. And the recitation of the Root Guru mantra to be dedicated to our lineage Root Guru, that he stays continually in the Saha world. It would be continued until the 18th of May, so we ask that you participate. And tomorrow, that would be Mother's Day, and cake is provided, and we are inviting Grandmaster Lu and Mrs. Lu to come forward. So we're inviting Grandmaster Lu and Mrs. Lu. As we know, we need to be nourished by our parents in order for us to grow. So with the love and compassion of our mothers, we grow up. Now let's sing the song to wish Grandmaster Lu and Simu a happy Mother's Day. On the beautiful sky above, there are small stars that sparkles like the eyes of our mothers. I love the eyes of our mothers most. The eyes of our mothers I love most. We wish Simu and all the mothers happy Mother's Day. We love you. Love you. His Holiness will consecrate all the Buddhist items at the temple and to bless everybody, and you would receive blessings wherever you are. Let's recite the Root Guru mantra. We're inviting His Holiness to return to the Dharma throne and all the masters to return to the Dharma seat. And in a moment, His Holiness will confer the empowerments of the Vairocana Buddha of the Vajradhatu, the Vairocana Buddha of the Dharma Dhatu, and the Homa empowerment, and the inner fire or Tumo empowerment. So please form the Vairocana Mudra. Visualize the Vairocana sitting on top of your heads and recite the mantra. This ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much.